Hi everybody, Christy Rye coming to you from the Rye Team headquarters, and I want to welcome you to our first ever Rye Team podcast, where we will be using this show to interview people in our industry that have a specific expertise in certain areas of the business. So with that being said, today we are interviewing none other than Dusty Mulhern with Property Cousins. He has made himself a wonderful career in real estate, and he attributes some of his success to his social media presence. So please enjoy the show. So I want to welcome everybody to the first episode of the Rye Team podcast, and our first guest, Dusty Mulhern.
That's me. Yay! I'm here.
The Dusty Mulhern is in the house. So Dusty, you wear a few different hats.
Mainly just this one.
There's that one, but I'm talking metaphorically. So you have a company named the Property Cousins.
I sure do.
Tell me about that.
Okay. So it's a company named the Property Cousins. This is my team name, really. Mm-hmm. It's a name that I started back, I want to say it was probably over 2013, 2012-ish, somewhere around there, with my cousin, Nick. We started Property Cousins together, and ever since then, it's been just growing the brand name, and it's just who we are. Oh, now it's just me since he left. But it's just me now carrying on the legacy of the Property Cousin name.
Well, it's branding.
It is.
I mean, you've got to own it, right? And it was smart of you guys because of the popular show, The Property Brothers.
No, they copied us. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Of course they did. They copied you, of course. So
have you tried suing for royalties on that one?
3 times. Every time, though, we just get laughed at. It doesn't work every time. But we're getting close. I called Jacoby and Myers, and they're working on it right now. I think we have a strong case this time.
Well, we'll be sure to keep an eye on that for you, okay? And be there on your side of the court, all right?
Good.
So, with all joking aside, you are a successful real estate agent.
Yeah.
You started at a very young age, and you have done nothing but impress me since the day I met you. So, I want to actually give you some kudos for your most recent sale that you did. You had a property in Cerritos.
Sure did.
And I think it went a little over asking price. Can you tell us about that? This property in particular had over 20 offers.
Okay.
And had over 50 showings.
Oh, that one. Okay.
And you were able to get your sellers over $43,000 of the asking price.
It wasn't just 43. It was 43,000. I think it was more than that above the asking price, but it was $43,000 above the nearest comp. So there was one that sold the exact same house, actually a little bit better than ours, more remodeled than ours, with an extra bedroom. And one street over. So we're here, right around the corner, the exact same layout, but better and nicer. Sold for $43,000 less than we did 1 week before us. And
so Dusty, seriously, your real estate business, your real estate career has just taken off. And I have to bring this up because you are known for your use of social media. Not only have you used it in your business, but you have actually helped other agents. You have a course that you offer.
Yeah.
To help agents with their social media. And a lot of people are afraid of it, but if they would just try it and see and actually mimic what you do and where their business would be today. So let's talk about your social media presence and what got you started in that.
So I think it's my age. It's just what we've grown up with. This is what I've been doing since high school. We didn't have Instagram as big then. I think Facebook was more of the thing, MySpace. So started off with there. It had nothing to do with real estate or anything then. It was just the thing to do. So it was a natural segue into continue it as my adult life into real estate. So I believe I started it more doing stuff on Facebook, a few posts here and there on Instagram, but I didn't really think too much of it. It was just a thing to do, thing to post on. Not much was really going on there until the name Property Cousins came to be. And that's where I had something that I created, something proud of, something that I wanted to get the name out there more. So that incentivized me more to post more because more opportunities to get my name out there. So the Property Cousin page on Instagram came to be. There's the Property Cousin HQ on Facebook. There's Property Cousin HQ on TikTok. and there's YouTube Property Cousin page. There's everything just says Property Cousin on it. It's just now that I have something to use, it's just so easy to relate it back to that.
Do you find it easier to market the brand than yourself? Like
1,000 times easier. So I've gone back and forth on my name being involved with the Property Cousin name, and so it's been in and out a million times. So it started off with Dusty and Nick, the Property Cousins. So that was the original name, but when we were trademarking the name, we decided to drop the just like Facebook dropped the, and I think it just came off more better. We didn't trademark the Dusty and Nick, but we were thinking about that as well too. But luckily we just trademarked just Property Cousins. Now we got 6-7 pages removed from Facebook because they took my trademark. And it was a good move because they were taking me off the #1 page. Now I'm #1 everywhere because I'm spending so much money getting this name out there that I think that's where I need to be. But to come back to my name on there, I put Dusty MULHEARN on there. I put Dusty MULHEARN Real Estate Group Property Cousins. I put Dusty and Nick. Now it's just Dusty, real big Dusty above it, so they could at least know me involved. So when I hire people on my team, it's gonna say Dusty and whoever that person is. Mm-hmm. And then so my name is also associated with it above, but the real main name is Property Cousins. That's our team name. That would be eventually, if we open our own office, that would be the company name, Property Cousins. But I do want to associate Dusty with it as well too, just so when I meet someone, they say, "You're Dusty." Yep, that's me.
Right, and you're really good at branding yourself because your image is on everything. Uh-huh. You're not afraid of the camera,
nope.
Not at all. And so when I think Property Cousins, I think of that photo of you. That's right there when you open up your Facebook, where you're in that suit. Your hair is shorter, mm-hmm. but that it's Dusty Property Cousins. So you've done a really good job branding yourself. In fact, you just celebrated a triumph with TikTok.
Uh-huh.
So tell me about that.
Which celebration are you talking about?
See this kid. I have to be so specific because he has so many triumphs. So in June, uh-huh. You made a post on Facebook about a triumph on TikTok where you had over 100,000 followers.
That's right.
And that's incredible.
Yeah.
And so I'm assuming that's just TikTok. What about Instagram and Facebook? Do you even know how many followers you have on each platform?
So since TikTok came out, I don't really care about the other platforms as much. I still use them, but my main focus is TikTok now, which TikTok now has, I think as of today, 272,000 followers.
You have over 272,000 followers on TikTok?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Wow, I hope everybody's hearing these numbers. That's insane. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Job well done. So, obviously.
And so, I'd like to bounce off that.
Yeah.
Just what was can you just detail the journey of getting to that point? Because a lot of the agents that watch this, it's like 200,000 is a massive number on social media. So can you kind of detail what the journey to this point was for TikTok?
Consistency, a lot of it. So I started this back it hasn't even been a year yet on TikTok. And so I have 2 TikTok accounts, by the way. Let me separate this. So I have one TikTok that's my personal one. I'm Dusty James. That's the one with 272,000 followers. And I just started posting on my real estate one really last week, which is Property Cousin HQ. So that one doesn't have a big following yet because I just started that one, but it will. But this personal one where I post random crazy Dusty things that have nothing to do with real estate, that one took me 800 plus videos to get to this point. So it's just a lot of videos, a lot of different creativity things. Some videos do well, some don't do well at all, some do extremely well. I think my #1 video right now, I think it has 8.2 million views. And then there's, 10, 20 other videos that have 1 million, 2 million, 3 million views.
So the one that's 8.2 million views, mm-hmm. Can you share with us what that video, what the content is?
Oh, yeah, it's very inappropriate. So I'm sure you're gonna love it, Christy. So it's a video of me just, which one is it? Okay, because I made several variations of it just because it did so well. And it's a video. Let me clear up this first. I do not have a sister, and I do not have a daughter. So
Oh God.
neither of them were really in the shower.
Okay.
So basically, I have a girl singing in the shower, and I'm walking up to the curtain, and I say, and then I'm opening the curtain, come back for part 2. When the curtain stops before I open it. And there never is a part 2. Oh, there has been a part 2 once, and then when you open it, it's my dog and cat in the tub.
So it's like a classic bait and switch. You're just.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that video. Another one that's gotten me 50, 70 plus thousand followers is fake proposing to my girlfriend of 7 years.
That okay.
But you have to really, she can't be in on it for the genuine reaction. So.
Oh no! So you really do fake propose? Just to have that genuine reaction, and then
that's how really I got my real big start, is with a fake proposal.
And how did that? Once the camera is off, what happens between you and Gabby?
She knows me well enough to know that anything I say can't be taken seriously.
Got it.
So there was nothing there. Her family was there, other people were there, so it made for a better video. I made a egg, a dyed. It happened to be on Easter, so I had some eggs, colored them, got some crayons, and wrote on it. So it said, "Will you marry me?" on the egg, and dyed it so only that part showed out, and then put it inside of a chicken nugget box because she loves chicken nuggets and eggs. It was what I said in the video. Just for context, she hates chicken nuggets and hates eggs. But in the video, she loves them.
So how do you deal with her hating chicken nuggets and you loving chicken nuggets? How is that?
I think it works out even better because then I get them all to myself. I don't have to share them.
So since we are talking about his lovely girlfriend, Gabby, I think it's important to make mention of her success. Mm-hmm. And you actually, the two of you have gone on this journey together. And she started a line of promotional items, clothing, for real estate.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Agents and companies. So do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
No. Yeah, I'll talk about it.
Because this is Dusty's hour, not Gabby. It's right. All about Dusty.
So she started Gabby Conti Designs. It is a real estate apparel company, mainly for Berkshire Hathaway, but she has branched off into other companies like Century 21, Compass, Keller Williams, and some other niche companies as well too. Mm-hmm. And basically it is branded apparel from hats, masks, face masks, shirts, sweaters, leggings, hoodies, laptop bags, towels, chairs, purses, wallets, dresses,
cute dresses.
Started that all just for self. All my clothes I did not pay for. Actually, did I? I don't know. If I did, maybe there's an outstanding bill, but I definitely did not pay for it. And so she does that. She's selling worldwide now in many different countries all over the United States. And I would say she's probably the #1 real estate apparel supplier now for Berkshire Hathaway in the world.
That's amazing. Congratulations to Gabby and to you, because you were right there with her.
I sure was.
Helping her, and you still are.
Yeah.
You're supporting her. Now you guys go to the conventions before they stopped, where you guys had to set up. And I remember the last convention you hit was right before COVID. We were locked down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so a lot of people did not go to it because it was right when everything was shut down, but they still did it. It was March 10th through the 13th, I believe,
right,
of this year, 2020.
Yep.
And I know on the flight back is when everything just really fully shut down.
Right.
But I know the corona's been tough on a lot of people, but for Gabby, it's kind of her launch to her career as well too, because a lot of people were still ordering normal orders, but then she was able to introduce the new product. Such
as the lovely face mask that you're wearing, another COVID-friendly. Now, does she make the shoe covers?
No.
Okay, that's good.
No, liability.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So I got a question for you, Dusty. Do you have a routine that you follow? Are you disciplined?
In a way, yeah, kind of. So as far as so I had in the past before Corona, because I moved, so it's not as easy to do what I do now since they shut down all the gyms and my where I live. So but before, I was going to the gym regularly. I was riding my bike 10 miles every single day for 100 days in a row, and then I was pretty much just working. I mainly focus around my appointments. I do have a real estate coach, and so we're talking every week. We talk once a week with our group setting, and then every other week one-on-one, and that's the Tom Ferry coach. And I've been doing that now for 8 months. So we just basically, I focus everything around my appointments. So I have a lot of appointments now and a lot of escrows open right now that I don't really have time for anything else anymore.
Just bouncing off that, so do you find it like, you kind of said that social media is just something you've been doing since you were in like middle school and high school. Do you find that with your schedule being busier that it's harder to dedicate time to doing social media, or is it just so natural that it's just kind of built into your schedule, it's built into your blocking? It's
more natural now. So I haven't posted anything today just because I've been back to back on everything. But normally if there's any pauses, if the client's running a few minutes late, I always pull it out and talk about why I'm at a property. It's always Insta stories because it's more of like a little commercial. It's not something that I want to stay out there too long. So it's more of vlogging my day on Insta story, which then automatically syndicates to Facebook.
Right.
So I would say it's just who I am. It's just something that comes out naturally. I just pull it out at any given opportunity. If I'm showing a house, the client's back's turned, I'll pull it out and film something else before they turn around. And I just try to get every opportunity that I can to just film something.
Right.
To add on to there.
How many times should a person post a week?
So posts and stories, there's two different things. So stories, as many as you can. If you could do 1,000 stories in a day, do it, as long as they're interesting and people are going to keep watching. But post, you can't really go wrong with too many. Maybe you should be doing 3 to 5 a day, but at least 1 a day if you can. I don't follow that. I don't do it that often because I've changed my Instagram to be more of just noteworthy events. So things that are more of accomplishments. I don't post pictures of houses anymore. I post because Instagram is more about me. So I'm posting myself in front of a house. So now I'm in the photo, and in the description is where I tell the story.
Right.
So that's how you knew about the 20 plus offers, 50 showings in one day.
Right.
And because of the post, the description that I wrote in there.
So is there a post one should not do?
I would say something to not post would be an advertisement. Anything that's not a genuine story. You could ask for the business, but do it more in a way that doesn't seem like you're asking for the business directly.
Right.
Tell a story of some experience that you gave and how you helped someone else, and more of a subtle approach. So I don't post anything like, I'm not going to post a picture of the house in a for sale sign by itself. I've done it in the past, but it just looks like an ad. Don't get me wrong, those do well, if not better, on Facebook ads. Is a ton of pictures of the house. So because people want to see a bunch of photos of the house. So those do better on there. And videos do well on there as well too. TikTok is just purely videos. There's no limit on there. If you could post 300 videos in a day, do it, because that's not how TikTok works. Their algorithm is going to push it out to as many people who are willing to see it, who are interested in that, that topic,
now
that genre.
TikTok, because TikTok's a little trendy. Do you stay on top of like trends and like kind of current memes and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. Yep. So I do a lot of random stuff, whatever I'm feeling. I'll copy some other people's videos and then twist it into my own way. I'll go along with the trend. TikTok is more of dancing or a certain facial expression, certain sound. I would say it's more about the sound now, though. So people get creative with whatever the trending sound of the day is, of the week, and make variation videos of it. But usually it's all related. So there's a certain dance move that everyone will do, certain facial expression, head nodding back and forth that people do, and that's usually how people take off. But inventing something, inventing a sound, inventing a dance move, and being the original creator is how you really blow up on TikTok.
Have you created a move?
I have one in mind that I have it all written out in my notes, but I have to invent a song first.
Oh, okay.
Because I have the whole moves already choreographed in my mind and written out, and I have the words to the song that I want to create. I'm not a singer or anything, but I feel like I could create a 15-second song, no problem. I just have to get my piano and put the words to it.
So you play piano?
Sometimes.
Wow. So there's so much about Dusty Mulhern we don't know.
And the guitar. Sometimes.
And you play guitar too?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Very
impressive.
rarely, but I have
Next
them.
time we'll have you bring your guitar.
Oh yeah, let's
Why not?
Podcast number 16.
So Alec had a question that he wanted me to ask you, and he says, "Is there a magic bullet to social media besides being a supermodel?"
No, that's the only thing.
Yeah.
You have to be extremely good looking, charismatic. So the only easy way to grow on following is if you're already famous in real life. So if you're already a celebrity, any post you do, instant fame and credibility and everything associated with it. So as far as real estate though, because we're a business and we're asking for business, it doesn't really work out that well. That it's more of good quality photos of you, your family, things that you're doing, and as well as telling a story along with that photo. So it's just, people say a photo says 1,000 words or whatever the saying is, but it's also what you say along with it too. Hashtags also play a big part of it when you're starting off, that you're allowed to use up to 30 hashtags, but when you use 30 hashtags, it looks like spam in there. So it's more of using the key hashtags that go along with it. So use a few hashtags that are the big hashtags that have 1 million posts in it. Use a few medium ones that have a few 100,000, and then use some hashtags that don't have very many posts in there. So you have that range of different people being able to see it, because chances are you post something that says hashtag realtor, there's 400 million other posts in that category, so you're going to get pushed down the feed quickly.
That makes sense.
But if you post something that says hashtag blue sky in Cerritos, which is a hashtag that probably maybe one person ever used, then you're now the #1 post in that hashtag. So if anyone ever comes to that hashtag for some reason, you're the only post in there that they see.
So you're at the top of the list. You're not blended in with,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
A million others. That's good information.
But just let's say we have a complete beginner, someone that maybe has opened Instagram twice or any social media, what would you tell them to do? Like, you know, they just want to kind of dip their toes into the field, and they just want, what's the best strategy for someone that's never touched it?
The best strategy is just post. Don't stop caring about what your picture looks like, what you look like in the photo or the video. It's just get out content and just start practicing getting out as much as possible, doing it. It doesn't matter at all, because you fix it later. So once 10, yeah, so maybe 5, 10, 200 posts from now, you are now comfortable with yourself, then you could start posting better quality photos. But you already are 200 posts in, so you have some following in there for you, people who like you for you, and then now you could improve your quality. Because I know, Christy, you were doing posts a long time ago, probably just started filming with your phone, right? And now I see you have 3 cameras in here, 42 lights, and a bunch of 3 different microphones, a whole crew in here, and a whole entire setup. So you didn't start off here.
No, I didn't.
So it's a process. So just start posting with your phone.
Well, I have to give kudos to my son, Alec, who is my marketing director in terms of social media, So he's the boss, and so these new videos you're seeing, they are done by him because this is his forte.
Yeah. And let me add on to that too. So I have video people as well too, and then I do a lot on my own as well too. So you don't have to always rely on your video person to come out because you can't always have someone there 24/7. So there's so many opportunities that your phone is enough.
Exactly.
And then for your real posts, a professional photographer, professional video, you can save those for like some grand events and monumental moments. But still, just get the content out there on stories. So if it's entertaining, if it's informative, if people just like you, if you're a genuine nice person or likable, anything, it's gonna do well regardless of the quality of the video or photo. So it's all about the content.
Well, taking it from you, because you don't just talk the talk, you walk the walk. So I think hopefully all the listeners are taking notes and are reconsidering the way that they've been handling their social media, or maybe haven't been handling it at all, and hopefully get on it and start taking advantage of the opportunity that social media offers.
There really is a big opportunity. The appointment that I just came from right before this podcast was with a buyer from Instagram. They messaged me a few days ago, and today we met, and now they want to start looking for some places.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
How much of your business right now would you say percentage-wise comes from social media?
Maybe 20%. It's not a big number, but it's still something.
Yeah.
I have a lot of people. It's not a real number yet because there's so many people on there who are just watching, waiting till the day that they're ready.
Right.
I have people on there who I guess have been following me for years and I have no idea they were even there, who've never commented, never liked anything, never said a word to me. And a year or two later, they come and say, I've been following you for years and now I'm actually ready. We finally saved up, or we're ready to do this or that, or my cousin, I told them about you, anything. There's so many of those in there that are just there.
So, hey, that's 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
2 out of 10 deals you can attribute to social media, and you're having fun with it.
Yeah.
And you're building your brand, and people are getting to know you and love you. So, and it really costs you nothing.
It gives you versatility. Like,
yes.
I always tell people that my goal when I train them, it's like eventually the goal is like where social media should take you is that you're getting sponsor deals. So it's like, with social media, like it even opens up for other avenues. Like you can just do things that aren't real estate. Potentially, if you're able to get good enough at that, that's a skill in itself. That it's like it just makes you more of a rounded business person.
Yeah, so I have a perfect example. I forgot his name, but he is a realtor in LA. His name is Graham or something like that. Maybe you've heard of him. So he does videos on YouTube about real estate, not about his houses, but more about advice. So as far as investing, what he buys, taxes, saving money on here, why I bought a Tesla, save on taxes, everything as far as all that. And I don't know how many followers now he has, maybe 1 or 2 million followers on YouTube or subscribers. And that he's in the luxury market. So he's, the show Selling Sunset on Netflix. It's a real estate show based in Beverly Hills out there, and he's part of that office. So I think he makes maybe $500K a year from real estate and another $1.5 million from YouTube, just from talking about real estate.
But right now we're trying to tailor our YouTube content to kind of that. Like that's kind of what our next push is. We're trying to go in more of the like humanizing lifestyle stuff that is kind of associated with being a title company.
Yeah. You guys actually do have a perfect opportunity because you have so much knowledge and so many different.
No one's doing it. There's no title. I've looked. I have not seen. There's title advice. There's title. YouTube channels, but nothing that's like kind of the golden ticket of like, it's personality driven. Because I think that's kind of one of the big keys to all of this is personality.
I agree. And Chrissy, you have the biggest personality out of every title rep I've ever met. So that's obviously would translate very well into this department of social media. YouTube
Well,
videos.
thank you, Dusty. I think that was a compliment, right?
It was a compliment.
You could take it as that.
Well, the final question is, Dusty, if you weren't killing it in real estate, what would you be doing?
Probably selling drugs or something.
Okay, there you go. So, seriously.
I would probably be an influencer. I would do videos, social media, something like that.
You mean like what you're already doing?
Yeah.
Honestly.
I would do that.
You would just flip it, just be like influencer selling real estate on the side.
Yeah, I would say so. There's so many different video things that I would like to do, but I can't because I'm a realtor and I have an image. So I would do more embarrassing things, things that I didn't care about, a reputation, and pranks, and all sorts of things that wouldn't be seen as a good
representation.
Yeah. So I would just be crazier than I already am.
All right. So that real estate profession keeps you professional.
Yeah. Actually, I thought of something else too. Probably more realistically, I would probably just coach realtors and do something like that. If I wasn't selling homes, I would run a team and be a manager and have my team do everything and just have a social media presence of teaching.
Well, you certainly have a lot to share with people. Dusty, what you have done in social media, your knowledge is off the charts. And I mean, people need that expertise in order for them to be able to take advantage of social media. There's a lot to be learned about it, even with us.
Yeah,
we're just scratching the surface.
Talking to the experts. I think that's kind of the goal of this podcast, is be the Joe Rogan experience of title.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Joe Rogan has the #1 podcast. I might as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, Dusty, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for being our very first guest ever on the Rye Team YouTube channel. And we wish you nothing but success and can't wait to see you soar to the top even further.
That's right. I have a very important message that I need everyone to follow my social media. Property Cousins.
Yeah,
just find it. That's it. Just search Property Cousins anywhere. You'll see my black and white photo with short hair.
Yes. So, Dusty, let's talk about your hair really quick, though. So a lot of people ask, and I see it on social media, people asking you, when are you going to cut your hair?
Oh, never. I'm going to grow it longer than yours.
Are you?
I think so.
And is there where did this come from?
It's something I've always wanted to do, and Corona's given me the perfect opportunity to do it. So I've used the excuse for a long time that there's no haircut places open. Now that there kind of are, I still go with it, and I just want to see where it takes me now. It's in the awkward in-between stage right now, hence why I wear the hats. And I just want to see what it looks like with that long rock star looking hair.
It looks great to me. I think it looks great.
Yeah, I'm for people that can pull off the long hair thing, I'm all for it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's actually done better for my business, I think.
Yeah.
It's got me more, I think it makes me a little bit more relatable to people. I feel like
it's like it humanizes you. You're not like a supermodel. You're a supermodel with kind of like long hair.
Well, you're more approachable. You like chill.
I've always been that, but this makes me a little bit more.
Yeah.
But now that this is a thing, as you can see, you can barely see my face. My eyes are, and with a hat and everything, you don't see anything.
Right now, it looks like you're about to rob someplace.
Exactly.
Well, and I did want to point out that we want to stay, the Rye Team, we care about protecting everybody and following safe practices, which is why we are having our 6 feet of distance, at least 6 feet. We're wearing our masks because we want to set an example and make sure everyone's protected. And of course, with Orange Coast Title, I have to follow certain guidelines to protect our customers and stuff. So thank you for obliging and being willing to sit here. I know it's difficult talking with these masks. They keep sliding down and everything, but
you guys haven't been able to enjoy my smile this whole time.
I know. That's the thing, is I know he's got a beautiful smile, and yeah, but that's okay. We're safe, and that's what's important. So again, we love you. Thank you for being here. It's been a pleasure. Good to see you again in person. And do you have any other questions?
No, it was super fun.
All right, well, signing out, everybody. Thank you for listening, and make it a great day. And remember, the Rye Team is the absolute right team.